At this point in the war, we all agree drones are the most important weapon. Watch this. A Ukrainian drone spots a building deep in Russian-held territory. It scans, records, and sends the footage to the strike team. They confirm it's an active Russian position. Minutes later, a fighter jet is in the air. It approaches silently, drops 2 bombs over the target. These 2 buildings, almost side by side, were the targets. Most likely a Russian ammo depot. Direct hit. The buildings vanish in a fireball, all thanks to one drone and perfect coordination. The bombs used? French-made Hammer bombs. Originally designed for Rafale jets only. But Ukraine's been adapting them. Now they're strapping them to old Sukhoi 25s. And they work brutally well. This is what's giving Russia a hard time right now. Modern French Hammer bombs, integrated onto Ukraine's older Soviet-era jets like the Sukhoi 25. Now, these old jets carry precision-guided bombs with modern brains, and the difference is huge. Unlike older Ukrainian bombs, the Hammer can hit targets with extreme accuracy, even in bad weather, even at night, because it uses GPS and infrared guidance, meaning no matter when or where, if the target is marked, it's getting hit. Of course, bombs like the French Hammer are reserved for high-value targets. For smaller threats, Ukraine uses different methods. Like here, a drone spots a Russian personnel carrier advancing toward the front line. The drone team locks on and hits it multiple times. But the vehicle keeps going, refusing to stop, until it rolls straight into a landmine. One massive blast, and it bursts into flames. These vehicles are relics of the Soviet era, old, outdated, and barely holding up on today's battlefield. They were never designed for this kind of war. No protection against drones, no defense against precision strikes, and zero chance when it comes to landmines or guided artillery. Thin armor, weak electronics, and no active systems, they're rolling targets. In the 80s, they might have worked, but in 2025, they're just slow-moving coffins. Here, Ukrainian forces target another Russian command center. The coordinates are passed to the strike team, and within minutes, it's gone. Here you see a Russian vehicle hit by an FPV drone. The damage isn't severe. The crew manages to escape and hide in the trees and bushes. But it's not over. A drone spots a long Russian convoy moving in fast, trying to rescue them and break the Ukrainian defense line. Tanks, artillery, and drones open fire immediately. Vehicles are taken out one by one. The Russians quickly realize they can't pass through with the convoy, so they switch tactics. They send soldiers forward on motorbikes. But it's a mistake. The bikes are even easier targets. Within seconds, they're hit. Here you can see another large Russian convoy, targeted by small FPV drones one by one. They don't stand a chance. And if you look closely, these aren't soft targets. These are armored vehicles, layered with steel plating and side cages. But in most cases, it doesn't help, because the drones don't strike randomly. They're aimed at weak spots. Here, a Ukrainian FPV drone strikes a Russian tank. Direct hit, explosion on impact. But the tank survives. It starts to pull back, trying to escape. The drone team doesn't stop. They launch a second drone. Another hit. Still, the tank keeps moving, damaged but not done. So they send a third drone. This time, it's over. A perfect hit. The tank erupts in flames and finally stops for good. What you see here is one of the most difficult moments on the battlefield. 3 Ukrainian soldiers were clearing the area after pushing Russian forces out. But then, they come across a hidden spot. They check it, and there's someone inside. Now, the situation shifts. Guns are lowered, voices raised. They're trying to negotiate, telling the Russian soldier to drop his weapon and reveal his identity. It's tense. One wrong move, and everything could explode.
Here! Comrade? Friend? Hey! Shh! No! 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 Hey! 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 Hey!
The soldier refuses to put his weapon down. The Ukrainian troops keep asking, calmly, firmly, but he's not cooperating. At this point, it becomes clear. He's Russian, and he doesn't plan to surrender. Tension builds by the second. Then, he reaches for his weapon. That's when everything goes bad. The moment for words is gone.
Ukraine! 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 No! Hey! Ukraine! No! No Ukraine! No Ukraine!
The Ukrainian forces react instantly. The moment they realize he's not Ukrainian and he's reaching for his weapon, they act. No hesitation. They eliminate the threat on the spot. A Ukrainian drone spots a Russian personnel carrier, packed with around 10 soldiers moving toward the front. It locks on and strikes with precision. The vehicle is destroyed within seconds. Some soldiers appear to survive the initial blast, only slightly hurt. But from another drone's footage, you can see what happens next. A secondary explosion erupts from the wreckage. The aftermath leaves no doubt. Only fire, smoke, and silence remain. Another convoy, gone in moments. If you want to see more real war footage like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel.